Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Mesa Ridge model 291 RLS. Okay, let's go over some of the features. Excuse me. So you got a swing out for your grill. The quick connect fitting to hook your grill to the LP system is right there. Okay, you got two power awnings. Okay, this is, oh, excuse me, this is just your pass-through basement storage here. You got three 20-pound LP tanks. Okay. This is your water heater. We're still in the process of cleaning this, so it needs to be cleaned still, of course. This is where you drain it from right here. Keep that in mind. The switches to operate it are inside. Never run the water heater without water in the tank. That's important. You got a ground control 3.0 4-point electric leveling system. Okay. There's two ways to operate this. This one right here. So to light it up, you put, or to start it, you push both buttons at the same time. Right. Here you can auto level, hitch height, and retract all. Auto level and hitch height are the two that you'll use almost always. Hitch height is the last position it was in before you auto level, so it always remembers the last position. Now there's a touch panel inside that gives you more features. You know, you can operate the jacks manually, independent of each other, that sort of thing. So if you need to do more, you can use the touch panel inside, but for basic use, it's right there, okay? This is your water docking station here. As you can see, this blue lever right here. Right now we're on city water, if you can see that. If I was to turn it horizontal, it'll fill the tank. So your hose is hooked up right here, whoops, right there. And if you want to use city water, which 9 times out of 10 you do, you'll just keep it in that position. But if you need to fill your tank so you can pump the water at the campsite, let's say you're going to a campground that does not have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank by turning this that way, right? And then pump the water out. Also, this is a sprayer. This is your black tank flush right here. So if you want to flush out your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, leave the valve open and go ahead and turn on the water and it'll spray out the inside of your tank. Okay? Alrighty. So you've got a ladder, which is a great thing because you can, the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days, so make sure you do that. This housing tells us it's pre-wired for a backup camera. Okay. So let's go inside. Okay. So we got to send the slide rooms out here because obviously in. So your slide in, slide 1 and 2 will go out obviously. That's gonna, the first one's your off door side slide out. And then the door side. So while I'm doing this, you can see you got switches for both your awnings here by my thumb. You can turn on the water pump right here. You can light the gas. Wait a minute, let me get this. Let me get my finger off this button. Hold on. There we go. So let me do this. Is the water pump here, obviously. These are lights here. To turn your water heater on gas, like that. To start it on electric is like that. Like I said, remember, make sure there's water in the tank. Your battery's charged, fresh water is empty, black is empty, gray, and then galley are all empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments. The LEDs will light up as it fills. Once you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the black and gray tanks. Okay. So this is the control for your Your leveling system, it just gives you more options. I'll just briefly go over them with you. All right. So you still have auto level, auto hitch height, which are the two most common. But you can retract and extend using these two buttons. Plus you can scroll to, let's say if you scroll to manual mode here, then push enter. It'll allow you to, you just select the jack, and whether you want to retract or extend it, it'll let you operate it manually also, for example. Okay. So this is your thermostat. Basically, you just like push the mode button to cycle through it. That's off. We'll just hit it again accidentally. Off. Always try to run the fan on auto if you can. That's important. Now your refrigerator here is just it's a gas absorptive refrigerator, so that means it'll run on 110 AC or LP gas. Right now that's the sign for gas. So what you want to use is auto electric. So you go like this, right there. So that's saying it runs on electricity and it's automatic. Electricity takes parameters. So what it does, it searches for electricity, and if it finds it, it uses it. If it doesn't, then it'll automatically switch to gas, okay, and light. If you have a power failure throughout the day or during the night, whatever, it'll automatically sense that and light it on gas also, so you don't spoil your food. So that's why you always want to go with auto electric if you can. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. Your vent and light. You can sort of read up on this if you don't already know, but you just spark this to light it. Very simple. Like so. This is the sparker. You turn that clockwise to spark it. To light the oven, there's a pilot light all the way at the back there. Okay, so let me see if I can spark it so you can see it. Yeah, you can see it back there. Anyway, there's a pilot light back there. So you're going to go to the rightmost knob here, which is the oven knob, and you're going to go to the picture of the pilot light and then depress it. Keep it depressed, then spark this, turn it clockwise with your other hand until you see it light down here. After it lights, you hold it for another 10 seconds or so and then go to operating temperature. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, there's some more storage. Your bed folds out, or your couch folds out into a bed. You just take the cushions off and grab it here and fold it out. You have a powered theater seats here where you can work the footrest. You have, let me make sure you can work the footrest before I say that. No, you don't. This is manual, so there's your rip cord for it right there, that plastic cord. And then this would be for heating and vibrating. Yeah, there you go. So it vibrates and it heats, and then you got a USB plug right there also. All right. Your fireplace is a space heater. So let's find the. Let me see if I can find the remotes for it here. I didn't clean this one up, so let me see. Let's see if put that. Well, I'm not going to look for them. I'll look for them after this is over. But so basically, you have a remote for your fireplace. The fireplace has a fan speed. You know, you can low and high, and you can set the temperature. You can set the timer on it to turn on and turn off when you want it to. That sort of thing. Your sound bar here plays FM radio. It'll stream off a USB right here. Let me see here. You have Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with the stream from your phone or tablet. You got two speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. This HDMI is an in, so if you need to go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player or something like that, you can go straight into the HDMI that way. Okay. Alrighty. Let me look around here. This is your LP carbon dioxide detector here, so you know. Okay. This is your power converter right here. So this takes 110 AC and converts it to 12 volt DC. Alright, so you can see you had regular 12 volt circuit breakers here. I'm sorry, 110 AC circuit breakers there, I'm sorry. and they're just like the ones you'd see at home, plus they're labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You see you got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. Okay. Now, when you're plugged in, this will set so much energy your battery needs, and it'll always keep it charged. So it's a battery tender also when you're plugged in. All right. So, shower works like any other shower. Toilet works like any other RV toilet. The main thing you have to remember, you need to have chemical and water in the tank before you start using it. So there's your flush pedal right there. Black tank is directly below. So you're basically going to go put a dose of chemical in there and at least a gallon of water by holding that pedal down. Just let the water flow in there before you start using it. Anytime you start off with a dry black tank, chemical and water before you use it, okay? Alrighty. What else do we have here? A second thermostat up here. This is a 50 amp system. Okay. That dock right there is just a dock. I believe that one's a Bluetooth speaker that you can purchase separately. I'm not sure. Also, the bed can fold up and there's storage underneath. You've got a mount for a TV here. This light should always be on. If you can shut it off this way if you want. But this is a signal booster for the digital antenna, so that should always be on if you're using the antenna. Okay. The slide room for your front is right here. The button for your front slide room, your wardrobe slide, is right here. Okay. Alrighty. So I think we've covered most of it. Let me just look around real quick. Right now this is winterized. He left the panel off here, I noticed, so I'll just pull it so I can show you here. This is the back of the water heater tank here. So these are the bypass valves, as you can see, right? And this is your winterizing line right here, it looks like. Wait a minute, let me get down here so I don't start yanking things out here. So these are your bypasses here. You see you got one there and then you got the other one up here. So right now it's in bypass mode and it's empty. You always want to bypass it before you put antifreeze into the system so you don't get any in the water heater tank because it'll leave a really foul taste. So keep that in mind. And when spring comes you'll flush everything out and then put the water heater in the correct position, the valves in the correct position. Okay? Alright then, first I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and second of all I want to remind you to inspect your roof and all the seals on the trailer regularly. Inspect the roof every 90 days, and like I stated, this is winterized right now, so it's all set for the winter. Okay, thank you very much.